Hello yogis, today we are going through just a beginner friendly floor based yoga flow, starting in a seated position, coming into our breath, feeling the air as it enters our lungs and exits through the nostrils, coming into a seated twist, right hand on the left knee, growing tall in that spine before we take our twist. Placing that back hand nice and close towards the middle of the spine, fingertips facing away. And switching sides, maybe gazing over to that back shoulder if it's comfortable to do so for your neck. Again, remembering to grow tall through the spine before we settle into that twist. Taking a side stretch here, reaching that right arm out to right side, sweeping left arm over ear, or catching behind the head, opening up through that side body. You can lower through the elbow, keep up on the palm of the hand, trying to stay seated through both those seated bones here, and switching sides. And slowly we'll take a forward fold in the seated position. Go as low as is comfortable for you, keeping that back nice and straight. Releasing through the lower back here. Coming back up. We're going to take some seated cat-cows, warming up through the spine. As we inhale, arching spine, bring that chest forward, gazing up towards sky. As we exhale, we're rounding through that spine, bringing it back. And coming into our butterfly pose, bringing those heels together and as close towards the pelvis as you comfortably can. I'm fluttering my knees here to warm up through those hip flexors before I take stillness into the pose, driving those knees towards the floor, using the strength in those hip flexors to drive the knees towards the floor. You can also use your hands to press them down or apply a light amount of pressure if you need. And now we're bringing those heels away from pelvis, taking a diamond-like shape with the legs, taking a fold forward, leading that fold with the heart center. Feeling this through those outer glute muscles here. You can either keep hands over the feet or you can thread those arms underneath the shins, using the shins to press the elbows towards the floor. Slowly rising up. Going to take a bit of a side stretch here through the leg as well as the side body. So I'm reaching for my outer right foot with my left hand here. You can just reach for the right foot. You don't have to reach through the outer edge, but this way it just gets more of an intense stretch through that side body. And here, this is the advanced option of the pose. I'm threading my right arm towards my left side, bringing my head towards my shin. Inhale, coming up, and we're going to switch sides. Finding your option, coming to those seated bones. Reaching through the outer edge of the foot if you can. Or if you want to take it a step further, threading that right arm underneath, bringing the head towards your left knee. From here, we're going to come into our full dragon pose, spreading those legs as wide as is comfortable for you, making sure we're on those seated bones. Inhale straight through spine, exhale, folding it forward, again leading the fold with the chest. Only lower down as far as is comfortable for you. You can stay up on hands, or you can lower down to elbows or even to chest if you're feeling super flexy. On the inhale, slowly rising up, we're going to take some windmills or windshield wipers with the knees here to release any tension created in the inner thighs or the hip flexors. Making our way to tabletop position, knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. On the inhale, we're dipping that chest towards the floor, gazing up, and as we exhale, we're rounding through spine, tucking chin under, inviting as much or as little movement as feels best for you today. Opening up through the abdomen as we inhale, as we exhale, stretching through the upper back. From here, taking our thread the needle pose, inhale, reaching left arm up towards sky, and exhale, we're threading that arm through. You can reach through that right hand overhead, or you can wrap it behind your back, trying to catch the inner thigh of the opposite leg. And again, this is an advanced option for a little bit of a balance challenge. I'm extending through my right leg, coming to the tippy toes, opening up through that hip a little bit more. Inhale, reach that hand back up towards sky, and exhale, lower down. Switching sides now. Threading that arm through, either reaching left arm overhead or wrapping it behind your back. And again, if you like, you can extend through that left leg, coming to the tippy toes, opening up through that hip a little bit more for an advanced option here. Reaching that hand back up on the inhale, exhale, grounding through the palm. From here, we're going to get a stretch through that inner thigh. We're extending out through that left leg, grounding through the foot, pressing through the outer edge of the foot. You can either stay on the forearms or lower down into a child's pose. Bring the buttocks towards the heels, extending arms forward. Inhale, coming back up, we're going to switch sides. I'm extending through my right leg, pressing through the outer edge of that foot. You can either stay on hands, lower to forearms, or sit back into child's pose. Coming back up, returning that leg, knees stacked under the hips again. We're coming into our puppy pose, extending arms forward, dipping that sternum towards the floor, inviting a nice arch through the spine. You can stay on palms, or you can come up to fingertips for a bit more depth into the shoulders. Another arm variation here is bending through the elbows, bringing the palms of the hand together and trying to get the thumbs towards the top of the head. This gets into those triceps a little bit more and also generates a little bit more space for your head or face area. Slowly coming up, we're going to finish our practice in our child's pose. Bring the buttocks back towards the heels. You can either have arms extended or arms either side of your torso. I have my knees nice and wide here, sinking heart center in between my thighs. And that is all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we will see you next time.